雨の日の運転って心配ですよね。
いざという時によりちゃんと止まれるタイヤといえば
横浜タイヤでしょ。
晴れの日の約4倍も事故が多い雨の運転。横浜タイヤならより安心。
タイヤは雨で選ぼう。横浜タイヤ。
追い求めれば求めるほど遠ざかる時もある。でも理想に追いつけるのは自分だけだ。池江璃花子は横浜ゴムと世界に挑戦する。限界はない。行くぞ横浜。
MID ホイール Are you ready everybody MID ホイールダンディムーディ MID ホイールキャンディフレンディホイールは MID
Made in Japan. Breed.
Good afternoon and welcome to 2025 Yokohama Presents FDJ2 Round 2 Suzuka Twin Circuit. It's been a little rainy today. Practice was all wet, but the sun's come out, so I'm going to make for some interesting qualifying. FDJ2 hashtag. And our MC is Aichi Kutsu, and our first judge is Yoichi Imamura, and then Takira Fukara and Kenji Imamura. And I'm Josh Singletary, and this is Langston Bunch.
How's it going?
We're going to be your English commentators today, so feel free to let us know in chat whatever you guys want, whatever you guys see, what you'd like to see more, what you'd like to see less. So this morning we have 34 cars competing for 32 positions. We've had some wet. It looks like it's drying out in a couple spots, so it's going to be very difficult. But overall it's very fun. Just so you guys know, FDJ2 is Yokohama one make tires. That means every competitor has the exact same tires. And it's the Naova AD09.
Yeah, so like Josh said, it's going to be very patchy for the first little bit until it hopefully dries up.
FDJ2 is also one make wheels, MID wheels by Rays. So all the settings are going to be suspension, engine, and mostly the driver mod.
Driver mod, a lot of tire pressure adjustments.
Yeah, especially with the wet to dry. Pretty soon we'll have the cartoon to explain the rules and the zones and how the scoring works.
やあみんな、フォーミュラドリフトジャパンのルール判定システムについて説明するよ。まずは優勝までの道のり。大会は予選と決勝に分かれます。予選は単独走行方式。単独で2度走行し、高い方のポイントで上位32位までの決勝進出を争います。決勝は2台によるタンデムバトル方式。先行と後攻を入れ替えての2度の走行による勝ち抜き戦です。これらのコンペティションを決めるのは3名のジャッジ。それぞれライン、アングル、スタイルという視点で判定をします。持ち点はライン35ポイント、アングル35ポイント、スタイル30ポイントの合計100ポイントです。ラインとは規定された各ゾーンをより近く、より理想的なラインで通過できているかを判定します。リアタイヤの設置部分がゾーンの外側のラインをなぞることが高得点のコツ。4本のタイヤのうち3本がラインの外側に出てしまったらポイントは0点になります。各大会によってそれぞれのゾーンに規定ポイントが振り分けられています。アングルとはコースに設定されたゾーンのラインに対してどれだけ深い角度でスムーズに通過しているかを採点します。ラインに対してより垂直なアングルをキープすることが高得点のコツ。各大会によってそれぞれのゾーンに規定ポイントが振り分けられています。スタイルとはドリフトの美しさ、スピード、迫力、ファッションなどドライバー自身が思い描いた走りを確実にコントロールし、ジャッジをうならせることができているかが採点されます。決勝へは先ほど説明した通りポイント上位32台が進出します。決勝は勝ち負けの判定による勝ち抜きトーナメント方式です。 追走で行われ、先行後攻を入れ替えた2度の走行をもって各ジャッジが勝者の判定もしくはドローの判定をします。3人中2人以上が出した判定で勝者および再走が決定します。追走を有利にするポイントは、先行では単独走行と同じくよりポイント基準に沿った良い走りをすることが前提です。それが遂行できていなければジャッジの印象に大きく影響します。後方車両は先行車両と同じラインで同じ角度を取りながらより接近して追随します。しかし先行車両に接近できていても同じライン同じ角度でなければスピードスタイル的に理想的な走りとは言えず勝利にはつながりません。それは先行車両が通ったラインをショートカットすれば接近しやすくなり、また角度が浅ければ速度を上げやすくなり接近しやすくなる、そして調整幅が大きくなるという理由からです。審査はジャッジ席で行っているのでそこから見た判断になります。そのためにジャッジ席の真横に各チーム1人が入れるスポッター席という場所を設けており、ジャッジの見え方をドライバー、チームスタッフと共有できるようになっています。観客席などジャッジ席以外の場所で見ていた場合、審査結果と全く違うように見えることがあります。ライブ放送で見ていた場合も同じように感じる場合がありますが、それはこの競技がジャッジ席からどのように見えているかで審査されるためです。それぞれが見ている場所によりジャッジ席およびライブ放送のカメラ位置との角度の違い、高低差などで見え方が変わってしまうからです。あくまでもフォーミュラドリフトの審査はジャッジ席からの見え方でジャッジが判断するということになります。それらをご理解の上、フォーミュラドリフトジャパンをお楽しみください。以上がルール概要でした。さあ、フォーミュラドリフトジャパンの楽しみ方が分かったところで Here we go!
Yeah, so as they were explaining how drifting works, the first zone is 5 points, second zone 10 points, third zone 10 points, the touch and go is 5 points, and then the fourth outer zone is 5 points.
And it started raining again.
Yeah, it stopped for about 45 minutes maybe.
Just enough time to grab some lunch. Oh, hey, this.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So, you got it?
They put out the 3-2-1 basically right next to the first outer zone. So it's going to be, there should be no guessing of when you have to enter by.
Yeah, the 3-2-1 is right before zone 1. They said that if you enter zone 1 without initiating, it's automatically 0.
Yeah. And they're on the touch and go. They want to see no handbrakes and no reinitiation. And they also said that was going to be 0. So hopefully we don't see that today.
Yeah, this is for the handbrakes. Make sure that you're sideways before you pull the handbrake. You want to pull the handbrake and then straighten up.
Yeah, we were watching practice earlier, and everybody was having a hard time. There's only a couple people getting it right every single time, but most of the field is having a difficult time. So we'll see how qualifying turns out.
I mean, and then right towards the end of practice, it started to dry up. People were starting to get a bit faster.
Yeah, there was some people coming in with some speed. Even in the rain, they were just missing a couple zones, so hopefully they can figure that out as well.
Practice yesterday was all in the dry, really fast, really nice. FDJ2.
Yeah, most people yesterday, there was a lot of people practicing yesterday, so we'll see how they do flipping the elements on them.
I mean, I don't know. Is it better to start off without any practice going straight to wet, or is it better to practice a full day in dry and then go to wet? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I would say probably practice in the wet first, where you don't have that mindset of how fast you're thinking you're supposed to be.
It's supposed to be dry tomorrow, hopefully. But qualify in the wet and then go straight to dry.
Yeah.
At least I get some practice laps in the morning.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, it's closing in on 1 p.m. over here. The first drivers are starting to get staged. They haven't entered the warm-up box yet, but they're getting close to it. That's the final outer zone, which is really tricky. You got to make sure you don't spin out right after the finish either.
Yeah, because you're coming into some speed on that last outer zone, especially with that touch and go.
Yeah, touch and go. You get a lot of angle right after it to flip back, and you have to stall or kill a lot of speed in order to be able to hit the outer zone and then power through it without spinning out.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It's just hard to do.
Man, I tell you what, the fans out here, everybody's got umbrellas, rain boots. They're ready to go, though.
They're dedicated.
They got their chairs covered in the plastic wrap, too.
They're well more prepared than I was.
You would think I would look at the weather, but I sort of wing it every time.
I didn't look at the weather until I left my house, so.
It's too late to do anything after that, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, we got people from all over the place. Florida, Poland. Where are the rest of you guys from? I saw Thailand earlier, too. You got pit crews just trying to hide out for the last couple minutes to not get wet.
I mean, that's understandable. Starting to rain a little bit sideways over here. Sun's coming out though, so hopefully everything dries up pretty soon. Maybe a second qualifying run they can get a dry lap maybe.
Okay, yeah, so a little bit more of an intro for me and Langston. So I'm Josh Singletary. I've been around drifting for quite a while. I've been doing it over in Japan for about 10 years. The last few years I've done either spotting or mechanic work in FDJ2. I got plenty of friends who compete in FDJ1. I'm normally at the track. I used to be a lot more, but fathership takes me away from it more so than I wanted to.
Yeah, I'm Langston, like we said earlier. I've been in Japan for about 5 years. Sadly getting ready to leave, but I've been around drifting ever since I got in Japan. Met Josh pretty early, showed me the ropes, and then just been loving it ever since. So I'm grateful for this opportunity that he's given me and Formula Drift.
So it looks like we got our first car pulling up to the line. It's car number 99, Kazuya Nagahiro from Nagahiro Racing in an S14 Sylvia.
So he's starting off, gaining a good bit of speed, comes in with a light handbrake entry. Oh, goes off track. That's basically what almost all of practice was looking like. Not for him, but just for everybody else.
Yeah, there's a huge drop off right after the zebra, zone 1. I've seen a few people hit it and actually been able to continue to run. Yesterday we were seeing it and cars were 6, 7, 8 inches in the air after hitting it.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to loosen tires.
And unfortunately, Nagahiro has got a 0. The next cars in the warm-up box. Oh, a little bit of smoke on the tires.
It's starting to dry up just a smidge.
It's car number 777, Raman Russell from RS Watanabe, Garidori Kai, by now Japan. And he's in his JZX100.
And Rozelle comes in with a lot of speed. Slight feint coming into outer zone 1, barely reaching it. Comes into outer zone 2, gets the last bit of it. As he's coming into outer zone 3. Gets in a little late, but he gets all the way to the back. And as he's coming into the touch and go, gets to the touch and go, ready around the outer zone 4. Looks like he gets all of that one as well. So
he's coming in nice and clean, a little shallow into zone 1. Has a little trouble making it out to zone 2. Switch back into zone 3. Gets in a little late, but gets nice and deep coming out. And then he brings it around for the touch and go. A little wide, but overall hits the touch and go pretty nicely and brings it back around for zone 4. That's a great run, especially looking at the conditions right now. Yeah. Really, you're looking to get anything on the board right now.
Yeah, honestly. Let's see what he scores.
What do you guys think? Starting off with a 61.
Not too bad for everybody that we've seen so far and what we were watching practice.
We got car number 26, Masayuki Minami with team YNJ. It is S13
Comes in, gets deep into outer zone 1, and then backs it off track.
The flick, it's going to get a lot of people.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that people want to do that flick and it just spins them out, especially in this wet. It looks cool, but it's not helping them.
Whenever you can nail it, it's good. But part of the problem is between the puddles and the fact that the tires aren't up to heat.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes it tricky. Unfortunately, Minami's got a 0 right now. And next we have car number 92, Kenji Suzuki with G-Meister HBI Racing with Neat in his JZX100 Chaser.
All right, as he's coming in, throws a big feint into outer zone 1, gets to it, gets to the end of outer zone 2, throws it around to outer zone 3, gets all of outer zone 3 as he's coming into that touch and go. Gets a little off track, almost straightens, throws his bumper off, and then misses out of zone 4.
He's coming into 1, a little shallow, which sets him up shallow for 2. When he's able to finish 2 nice, gets nice and deep into 3, brings it around for the touch and go. A little deep, pulled his bumper. I think at that point he was safe, but I think he straightened right there, right before the final out zone.
Yeah, this little drop off right before that touch and go is gonna take some bumpers away.
And Kenji Suzuki with a 0, unfortunately. Oh, already next at the line is car number 48, Tomoyuki Kishiba with OS Kiken Kamui Pros.
Comes in, throws a little feint, gets to that outer zone 1, gets all of outer zone 2, comes into outer zone 3, starts it, and then finishes deep into the outer zone 3. Just coming up to this touch and go, see how it goes. Does a good job on that touch and go as he comes around. Looks like missed out of zone 4, so we'll see on the replay.
He's got a nice decent feint entry, brings it around deep into zone 1. He's able to fill all of outer zone 2, brings it around 3 nicely. He comes in a little shallow, finishes mid, bringing it around to the touch and go. And guys, that touch and go is so far from zone 3. Then brings it around to zone 4 and really close.
Yeah, maybe got a bumper back there. Yeah, like Josh was saying, this outer zone 3 to that touch and go, there's a big gap between it.
And Kitoshiba got 63. Up next, we have car number 215, Takeru Takata, with Garage Takata and Auto Shop Wise.
Throwing in some speed. Gets deep into outer zone 1. Looking for outer zone 2. Misses it just a little bit. And comes into outer zone 3. Gets all of it. Let's see, almost spins out and saves it. Coming around to this touch and go. Does a good job with the touch and go. Comes around to outer zone 4. Almost stalls. And then gets into outer zone 4.
He's got a nice wide entry, which lines him up decent in zone 1, which unfortunately he's not able to get out to zone 2. Zone 3 enters a little shallow, goes a little deep, but then loses a lot of speed. And then coming around to the touch and go, clips it nicely, and then that sets him up for zone 4. And looks like he has 1 tire into zone 4, or right at it.
It looks like he was expecting it to be a little more grip.
Yeah. And Takata with 53. And next we have car number 66, Yuma Okada with Kaitaku Racing.
He's coming in, he throws in a big fade into outer zone 1, gets all of outer zone 1. Trying to get to outer zone 2, just barely misses it. Throws it around outer zone 3, misses outer zone 3, coming around to the touch and go. Gets into the touch and go, quite nicely. Transition a little early to outer zone 4 and misses it just a smidge.
Yeah, he's coming in wide into zone 1. that sets him up, but he gets a little too much angle. He's not able to push out to zone 2. Swing it back around for zone 3. Misses the front. And bring it around to the touch and go. Hits that nicely. Looks like he transitioned into the zone 4. Could have been a little bit snappier, and they could have brought him out to the edge of the zone a bit. But, oh, they gave him a 0. I think that was from zone 2 to zone 3, maybe straightened after that. And next we have driver number 171, Iejo Noguchi with Harukaze Racing.
Coming into that outer zone 1, gets to the edge of it, looking for outer zone 2, misses outer zone 2, and then spins.
So he was having some issues in practice. I don't know if he's having steering issues, but he was having a lot of mid-drift spins.
Yes.
Between zone 1 and zone 2, zone 2 and zone 3,
when he was
and touch and go in zone 4.
Yeah, when he was practicing yesterday, he was doing pretty good. It was just when all this rain came in, it's kind of hard to judge. And I think a lot of people are expecting it to dry up, so they don't really change their whole setup.
Next we have car number 260, Shin Hitsune, and Team Taiwan Elite Silver Mist and his BMW E92.
Comes into outer zone 1, gets deep into outer zone 1, looking for outer zone 2, catches it at the back part of it. Comes into outer zone 3, deep, and looks like he's gonna comes out of it right at the end. Looking for this touch and go. Gets the touch and go quite nicely. Comes around to outer zone 4. He's got 2 tires into outer zone 4.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, a nice flick into zone 1. He gets into zone 2 about halfway there. And then he's bringing it around for zone 3. It's nice and deep. Exits a little early, but overall really good. And then he's bringing it up to the touch and go, clips that, and swings it back around for zone 4. Looking at his runs yesterday too, like yesterday's practice runs were really great, really fast. He was having an issue getting out to zone 2. At least in the wet, it looks like he's got that covered up now.
Yeah, it's pushing him a little bit further out. 81.
81. Currently putting him in first. I bet he's super excited.
I bet he is.
I mean, 81 on a wet day like this.
Especially on your first go at it, so you can really give everything on the second go.
I know. Car number 111, Sugiura Naoki with Wisteria STM Racing.
Just coming into this first outer zone, gives it a good fade, gets all of outer zone 1. Half spins and run off track. He was having a tough time during practice, yesterday and today with this entry.
Yeah, he's been having a lot of troubles today, especially in the wet. The dry, it didn't seem like he was hitting the zones, but he was staying on track and completing runs.
Yesterday, he, I think he broke a diff.
Yeah. He popped a diff. It was like his 5th or 6th run yesterday during practice. And up next we have car number 62, Tatsuya Kobayashi with Team Trinity Racing and his JZX100 Mark II. I like how it's just super clean, simple.
Nice and sleek. He's coming in with a good bit of speed, gets a good flick, goes it all the way to outer zone 1. Almost looked like he just spin out, but saves it. Gets to outer zone 2, turns around to outer zone 3, gets deep in there, has a little hesitation as he's coming into his touch and go. He gets all of that touch and go, turns around, outer zone 4, gets deep into outer zone 4, and completes the run.
Yeah, his entry into zone 1 is really nice. I don't know if they're gonna try and get a half spin between 1 and 2, but he brings around into 3 really nice. And then he brings it, like his transition from 3 to the touch and go is really nice. And then the touch and go back to zone 4, nice and deep.
Yeah, I want to say when we were watching practice earlier today, he was coming in with the most speed.
Definitely one of the faster. But yeah, hitting zone 3 and then having to get to the touch and go. Oh, that's. It's coming in at rank 2. Next we have car number 373, MSG Minami, with team MSG and his S13 Sylvia.
Comes in with a big flick. Gets all about comes around to outer zone 3, gets deep. Has a little hesitation, looks like he's about to over. Comes around to this touch and go. Looks like he got one tire into that last outer zone.
Yeah, he's going super wide with his initiation. It brings it out nice and deep into zone 1. He's right on the edge of zone 2. The transition into zone 3 is really nice. It's slowed down about halfway through the zone. And then bringing it out nice and deep into the touch and go, which sets up a good transition to zone 4.
Yeah, he was doing that all practice today, just getting his biggest entry he could.
Yeah, when it was a bit, and score he got is a 65. When it was a bit more wet, he was in the water more times than not. And next up, we have car number 830, Stuart Inoue, with Stuart with Crew Racing.
He also is doing a real big flick. Goes all track, saves it, gets it out for 2. Comes around outer zone 3, gets all of outer zone 3. He's around outer zone 4. Looks like he got another tire in there as well.
Yeah. Super wide entry. I think that actually him dirt dropping there set him up for zone 2 perfectly. He was able to bring her out to zone 3.
Yeah,
left zone 3 a little early, but hit the touch and go nicely. Swings it around to zone 4. Yeah, see the dirt drop, like corrected his line perfectly. Oh, so I guess because of that correction, it's a 0.
Looks like he was aiming for that drone.
Next we up, car number 63, Fuga Kimura with Team Trinity Racing.
He's headed to outer zone 1. There's a nice little feint all the way to deep into outer zone 1. Comes around, hits outer zone 2 pretty nice. Comes around to outer zone 3. Gets deep into outer zone 3. Now he has his eyes set on this touch and go. Gets all of the touch and go. Comes around to outer zone 4. It looks like he might have missed it with his tires.
It's a nice entry. He's deep in it without having to go super wide feint. Looks like he rode zone 2. The whole thing, start to finish. Zone 3, midway through, start to finish. Bring it around to the touch and go. Hit a little bit of the rumble strip. Touch and go, nice. Swing it back out to zone 4. Looks like he got 1, maybe 2 tires. Overall, a great run, especially for this wet condition.
Okay, what do y'all guys think the score looks like? See 76, 84, 81, 80, 72, 82, 70, 77.
And next up we have Shuichi Shinoichi with Magician S14 Sylvia.
He's coming in, trying to get a big flip coming into outer zone 1. Gets it, gets right in the middle of outer zone 1. Misses outer zone 2. Comes around to outer zone 3. And spins a little.
Yesterday during his practice run, he broke his front subframe in half.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever seen that.
Unfortunately, he got a 0 this time. But he still got 1 more run to make up for it. But yeah, during practice today in the wet, he was getting really good runs. Up next, we have car number 193, Kiminobu Deguchi with Garedori Kai BNJ with D's Entertainment or Enterprise.
He's coming in with a big feint to outer zone 1. Comes around outer zone 2. Gets all of outer zone 2. Comes around to outer zone 3. Gets all of outer zone 3. He sends it around to outer zone 4. Looks like he got the back bumper to outer zone 4.
Yeah, nice and deep into outer zone 1. Sets up nicely for zone 2. Swings it around nice and gets deep into zone 3. And he's able to just stretch it for days to get to this touch and go. Then swings it back. Very close to zone 4 out there. Oh, they're talking about how he, after a slight counter, which the counter drift gets him a 0, unfortunately. Car number 118, Takuma Yokohama with Team Veikolo.
Comes into this outer zone 1, deep in outer zone 1. Spins all the way around. He was also having a hard time today and yesterday with getting that entry down.
But it's because it looks like he likes to come in hot.
Maybe it's just a little too much.
But what the judges are saying is if you're hitting the zebra with your back tires, it's going to slip and slide. Make it almost impossible to control. And unfortunately, that's 0. A little bit of cleanup. Grab the bumper.
And it's starting to rain again.
But I'll tell you what, we have all kinds of brooms back in the States, but these brooms that the Japanese use, they're awesome. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, these brooms are the best. Somehow they get everything off the track, and it doesn't look like they're going to be doing that much.
Yeah, you can definitely see that the rain's starting to pick up a little bit more. Looks like we have car 727 Tomoharu Nishizaki with Tamematsu Thunderbird with Kia Majinja. Pulling up to the line right now. He's been putting down some really clean runs in practice today too.
Headed to outer zone 1, gives a good flick out to outer zone 1, gets all deep into outer zone 1. Gets in outer zone 2 quite nice. Long handbrake, but he comes in outer zone 3. Gets deep in outer zone 3. Comes out of it a little early. Heading to this touch and go, he gets in quite deep. Gives a good bit of angle coming in outer zone 4. He gets all of outer zone 4.
Yeah, a nice flick. Nice and deep into zone 1. Brings it out nice and deep into zone 2. Leaves it a little early. Super deep into zone 3, but leaves it a little early. But it set him up good for the touch and go. Swings it back. It looks like he almost misshifted maybe.
Yeah, it kind of does. He was probably having one of the best runs all overall over practice. He was probably the most consistent, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. No, on the flip side is super consistent, but like super slow speed.
He was super slow speed. I think he does have kind of the one of the lowest horsepowers out, so it only makes sense.
I think the judges are trying to decide going into zone 4 if that makes it unchaseable.
Looks like he was on the handbrake.
Well, ended up with a 67. Next up, we have car number 82, Shuhei Itoyama with Makeup Garage B2.
Headed to outer zone 1, he gives a good flick. Hits middle of outer zone 1, looking for outer zone 2. Looks like he missed out. Coming around to outer zone 3. Gets to the back end of outer zone 3 on the back side of it. Comes into this touch and go. Comes around to outer zone 4 and looks like he missed outer zone 4.
Starts off hitting outer zone 1 about midway through. Doesn't look like he's able to make it out to outer zone 2. 3, he gets really close to it.
Yeah.
Close as you can get without hitting it, I think. Slides through the touch and go, bringing it around to Zone 4, it just looks a little too shallow for Zone 4. But on the plus side, he finished his run.
He did finish.
He had a 52, puts him in 9th place. Next up, we have car number 28, Yohei Yamaguchi with Dorioka with Autowear. S15 silver.
He's coming around trying to get a big flick of hours on 1. Gets all of hours on 1, goes off, hits the water, and just takes him off track.
Hey, his windshield wiper works though.
His windshield wiper does work. He's been coming around on practice with that same entry, trying to nail that down, and he hasn't quite got it down.
He had a couple that were so close though. Yeah, it's coming super wide in, but that dirt drop is killer.
Yeah, if you get too far, it just takes you.
Unfortunately, Yamaguchi got a 0. But every time they hit that dirt drop and they're able to drive away from it, I'm amazed.
It actually, if they do drive away, it actually helps them out.
And up next, we have car number 75, Koji Nagase with Team Kazama. It's a Lexus IS 350C convertible. But with the rain today, I think we got to top up.
Yeah, they got to have a top up. Comes out of the chicane with some speed. It's a little slight e-brake entry. Backs it up in the outer zone 2. Comes around to outer zone 3. Puts it in the back outer zone 3 all the way through. Has his eyes set for this touch and go. Hits this touch and go quite nice. Goes some angle into outer zone 4. Gets into outer zone 4 quite nice.
Yeah, definitely. What looks like a nice, easy entry into zone 1 to 2. Then bringing it around nice and deep into 3. Now, I don't know if probably going into zone 2, if they might hit him with a half spin. But
yeah, he does back it up pretty good.
But I'll tell you what, so with the camera from the touch and go to zone 4, it's hard to see the angle that they're putting on that because of the camera location. But these cars are coming in
at full lock
sideways.
Yeah.
Oh, 78. Next up, we have car number 39, Taiki Mizui, TMS Racing.
Comes in, coming to grab the handbrake, get into outer zone 1, looking for outer zone 2, touches it at the very end, comes around to outer zone 3, misses outer zone 3, looking for this touch and go. It gets close to the touch and go, comes around to outer zone 4, misses outer zone 4.
It's nice and deep into zone 1, but just looks like it can't quite make it out to zone 2. Zone 3, he's just pulling away from it and swinging out towards the touch and go, but cuts right before it, which sets him up on a shallow line for zone 4. But it's a finish.
It is a finish. I think I think these drivers were used to the rain this morning and it's starting to dry up.
Yeah.
So it's
definitely starting to get patchy in some areas.
and the track's starting to give them a little more grip.
Yeah, he had crazy angle in zone 1. But just couldn't make it out to essentially any of the other zones. And 42 points.
We'll say any score is better than no score.
That's right. And up next, we have car number 109, Yusuke Aoki with Garidori Kai by Now Japan.
Comes into this outer zone 1. Threw way too much angle at it and then just couldn't correct it.
During all the practice runs, I didn't see him make that same mistake.
I didn't either. But I mean, I guess if you spin out at the beginning, you at least get a extra practice run for the rest of the track.
Yes. Up next, we have car number 620, Hinato with 8 and LB Racing.
He's a good flick in the outer zone 1, deep in the outer zone 1, backs it up, almost saves it, goes off track, and then straightens up.
I think the part of the track that's drying out the fastest is the straight.
Yes.
So they're picking up even more speed on the straight. So when the flick, as soon as if they hit the zebra, it just slides out from underneath them.
I agree with that. I also think since they're going off track, they're throwing water onto it, so that whole corner right there is just staying wet.
Yeah. Between 1 and 2, it's just a huge, huge amount of water right now. So yeah, they're back to sweeping. Yeah. The thing that's crazy too is like the whole time he wasn't making any of those errors either. And again, on the dry yesterday, good runs. On the wet today, good runs. It was just the wet and the dry combo that just gets you.
Just not helping him out.
But yeah, it's just right now it's a constant light rain that everyone has to deal with. Looks like in the warm-up box we have car number 23, Jace, with the V-Core. It is Z33, Fair Lady Z, or 350Z in the States, yeah?
He's a good flick into outer zone 1. Hits outer zone 1 quite nice. Looking for outer zone 2, gets to the edge of it. Turn around to outer zone 3. Hits outer zone 3, gets deep into it at the very end. Coming around to the touch and go. Makes it to the touch and go. Throws some big angle out to outer zone 4 and hits outer zone 4.
Yeah, nice consistent run. I mean, I feel like he's playing it safe in a lot of places, but at the same time, it lets you set yourself up for a high run for the second knockout run.
Yeah, I agree. I would say I would say hit a safer run to get a score on the board for the first qualifying, and then leave it all on the floor.
A lot of his practices, like it seemed like more of his practices were sight runs. So I don't know.
Yeah, he didn't get much practice. I didn't see him yesterday at all. So
yeah,
he only had a few laps this morning to figure it out.
And it's 68. Again, that's definitely nice. Get him in the show.
Let's see what he can do on the second qualifier run.
Yeah. Up next, we have car number 810, Kawase Rya with Team Beast R.
Coming to this outer zone 1. It was a good entry into outer zone 1. Stretches it out to outer zone 2. Comes around outer zone 3. Gets in and stays in all the way through outer zone 3. Coming around to his touch. Quite nice.
Yeah, the e-brake pull saved him. He kept the car in the zone, even though it was a bit of wavering. But yeah, he's able to make it to outer zone 2 nicely, and then swing around nice into outer zone 3. Hit the touch and go, swing it back around for zone 4. And he had right at 2 tires in zone 4, so
pretty good run.
Yeah. And ends up with a 72. Put him in 4th place for now.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He's definitely got a little bit of cleaning up he can do. 80 plus, no problem. Next up, we have car number 110, Sugisaki Sensei with LG Project with TMS Racing.
Building a lot of speed coming in his first outer zone. Reaches outer zone. Throws big in when he's out zone 2 and misses it. Comes around to outer zone 3. A little short, comes in right at the very end. Hits the touch and go. Comes around to outer zone 4. Gets all of outer zone 4 and then spins right at the end.
Yeah, dude, that. Overall, the run was looking nice. Halfway through zone 1, nice and deep. Missed zone 2, but bring it in deep at zone 3 towards the end. Yeah, hits the touch and go. A nice little flip back. And just got on the gas a little too hard. Unfortunately, 0 for him.
He's using all the limiter.
Next up, we have car number 7, Soshiro Nakamura with Japan Environment Development Racing with Balloon.
As he heads to this first outer zone, he gets a good flip. Comes around outer zone 1, gets deep into outer zone 1. Comes around outer zone 2, gets all of outer zone 2. Comes around outer zone 3. Puts it in, it stays in, gets real deep. Looking for this touch and go. Gets all of the touch and go, feather in the throttle. Comes around to outer zone 4. Gets all of outer zone 4.
That was a great run. Nice and deep into zone 1. Carries out nice and smooth into zone 2. Swinging around. Starts off a little shallow, but ends really deep into zone 3. Between clutch and throttle, he just does it perfectly right to the touch and go, then swings back around. E-brake, settle, zone 4.
Yeah, he was probably the most consistent out of everybody on both days of practice.
Yeah. And his dry runs and his wet runs look the same.
Yeah, they were almost identical. I don't know how you do that.
88. Currently number 1. Oh, the rain started to pick up a bit. The next car we have up is car number 104. Toshihiko Mizuno, Team 0, S15 Silver.
Looking to get a big flick into outer zone 1. Gets it. Comes around to outer zone 2. Gets to the edge of outer zone 2. Comes around to outer zone 3. Gets deep in outer zone 3. Stays there. Looking for this touch and go. Gets all the way to the touch and go. There's some big angle into going around to zone 4. Gets all of zone 4.
Mizuno nice and deep into zone 1. He's just barely able to make it to zone 2. Nice and deep, right into the whole of zone 3. He brings it around, nice even throttle. Nice angle going through the touch and go, and then flips back. There's like 2 tires in zone 4.
He was doing a pretty good job during practice.
Yeah. Very, very consistent. Ends up with a 74. And next up, we have car number 103, Tomohiko Kobayashi with Fat 5 Racing.
It's a big flick coming around to hit zone 1. Takes it way too deep. Saves it. Come around, misses outer zone 2. Looking for outer zone 3 and spins. It's hard diving.
I was just listening to see how all those gears and all those suspension parts. That.
I swear it looks like they're going to lose a tire when they go off like that.
Yeah. And the thing is like between sets of runs, that dirt drop has been filled in so many times.
Yes. And they're clearing all their hard work out.
Like I've seen it filled in at least half a dozen times the last 2 days.
Yeah, it's hard to judge how much speed you need to come in when it's this wet.
And the next driver is car number 34, Yuki Inooka with Bold World Junction. Looks like he's about to get the green light.
Coming out of this chicane. Comes around, tries to get a good flick, coming in outer zone 1, gets deep out there. Also goes off track, saves it, gets outer zone 2 right at the very end. Comes out of zone 3. A little shallow in outer zone 3. Off track right before the touch and go. He does a good job in outer zone 4 though.
It's nice and deep in zone 1. I think he just clipped zone 2 right at the end. Zone 3 is nice and shallow the whole way through. I'm just amazed he was able to drop out of the dirt drop. Touch and go, swinging back around.
It looks like it's losing some water too. So it's going to hurt
Ends up
it.
with a 64.
So it makes it a little worse hitting that dirt drop, losing all that water.
It's like cannonball into a swimming pool. And up next we have car number 896, Vare Russell with RPM parts.
It's a big flick into outer zone 1. Gets all of outer zone 1, comes around, hits outer zone 2 quite nice. Looking for outer zone 3. Gets deep into outer zone 3 and stays all the way. Coming around for the touch and go. On the wing, really good. Turns it, looking for outer zone 4. Gets deep into outer zone 4. That was a pretty good run.
Yeah, that, especially for him not being in practice yesterday, gets super deep into zone 1, just riding the edge, nice and deep through zone 2, switch back and around, super deep into zone 3, and just bringing it around. Slapping the touch and go, then swinging back around, 2 tires in zone 4.
That was a pretty good darn run.
Okay. So, what the judges said is, during his initiation, he did 2 flicks. He flicked out, then he flicked back. And because of the 2 flicks, or 3 motions total, he got a 0 on that run. So if you want to do that, you have to ease out first. But next we have car number 829, Sana, White River with Walkers.
Comes in, hits outer zone 3 pretty good. Comes around outer zone 3, gets deep into outer zone 3, right to the edge of the track. Stays on limiter for the touch and go, gets the touch and go pretty nice. Comes around to outer zone 4, gets all of outer zone 4.
He hit nice and deep into zone 1, swinging around nice through zone 2. Zone 3, super deep all the way through. Swinging around, touch and go nice and easy. Then flipping back, 2 tires into zone 4. Sana's been doing a really great job all weekend. Super consistent runs.
Yeah, he's been about the same, about through the whole weekend, like you were saying, Josh. Can you touch back for Russell for the viewers to see?
Oh, why did he get the 0?
Yes.
Okay, so whenever he was approaching the first zone, 79 for Sana. Brings him into 3rd place. So with Russell, instead of easing out, he flicked out and then flicked back, and then he initiated into zone 1.
That makes sense.
So they call it 3 motions. It's like adding an extra manji on a straight.
A little Sampatsu.
And up next, we have car number 42, Daiichi Esaki with Kira Power KFK with Soran.
So big flicking outer zone 1. Gets all the way to the edge of the track for outer zone 1. Looking for outer zone 2, gets to it at the very end. Coming around to outer zone 3. Gets deep in outer zone 3 in the beginning and then falls out right at the end. Looking for this touch and go. Gets to the touch and go with a big flick coming around to the outer zone 4. It's deep in outer zone 4.
A nice huge flick going into zone 1, super deep. Brings it around, just barely clips zone 2 at the end. Swings back around. Ride zone 3 almost to the end. Just powering through, getting to the touch and go. Then he swings back hard and scoops up zone 4.
Gives him a 75.
And that brings us to the end of run 1. So now everybody's got one more run to make it or break it.
Yeah, we had a good amount of good runs at the very.
No, it's weird because it's showing that the people with 0 points are qualified. I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But it's just showing you the theoretical cutoff. But it shows you how many zeros that people have to improve on. I think there's a total of 16.
雨の日の運転って心配ですよね。
いざという時によりちゃんと止まれるタイヤといえば
横浜タイヤでしょ。
晴れの日の約4倍も事故が多い雨の運転。横浜タイヤならより安心。
タイヤは雨で選ぼう。
横浜タイヤ。
追い求めれば求めるほど遠ざかる時もある。でも理想に追いつけるのは自分だけだ。池江璃花子は横浜ゴムと世界に挑戦する。限界はない。行くぞ横浜。
MID ホイール Are you ready everybody? MID ホイールダンディームーディー MID ホイールキャンディーフレンディーホイールは MID
Ultimate lubricant. Mortis. Made in Japan. Breed.
雨の日の運転って心配ですよね。
いざという時によりちゃんと止まれるタイヤといえば
横浜タイヤでしょ。
晴れの日の約4倍も事故が多い雨の運転。横浜タイヤならより安心。
タイヤは雨で選ぼう。横浜タイヤ。
追い求めれば求めるほど遠ざかる時もある。でも理想に追いつけるのは自分だけだ。池江璃花子は横浜ゴムと世界に挑戦する。限界はない。行くぞ横浜。
MID ホイール Are you ready everybody? MID ホイールダンディムーディ MID ホイールキャンディフレンディホイールは MID。
Ultimate lubricant. Mortis. Made in Japan. Breed.
Okay, and we're back. And we're back to Yokohama Presents FDJ2 qualifying runs. This is going to be run 2. Right now we have 18 people that qualified. We still have a lot of zeros. Hopefully we'll be able to fill out a top 32 and get some nice runs. Looks like the rain's a little less now. I don't know if that's going to help or hurt.
Yeah, it's trying to clear up.
We got car number 99, Kazuya Nagahiro with Nagahiro Racing in the warm-up box.
He spun out first round, so let's see what he can do this round.
Yes, definitely wet dry patches.
Comes in out almost looks like he had to straighten out, understeer a little bit, looking for outer zone 2, misses outer zone 2, comes around for outer zone 3, misses all of outer zone 3. Hits it, looking around for outer zone 4, comes around outer zone 4, and barely gets in it, looks like.
A pretty shallow one to zone 1. Miss zone 2. Not able to make it out to zone 3. But again, if you get a single point, you're in the show right now.
Yep.
Touch and go. I think he got the touch and go.
It looked like he did.
Flipping back. Looks like he's 1, maybe 2 tires into zone 4. .48.
Puts him at an 18th. We'll see if he stays there.
Next up, we have car number 777, Raman Russell with RS Watanabe, Garidori Kai by now Japan.
Last qualifying round was a 61. Comes around to this first outer zone, goes some angle, just clips the first outer zone. Outer zone 2, misses outer zone 2, comes around for outer zone 3. Gets it at the very end. Real big angle, almost looks like he washes out a little bit, but catches it. To the touch and go, comes around, hits outer zone 4, gets all the way in, and he looks like he hesitated right into outer zone 4.
Initiated a little early, that's why he couldn't clear it to zone 1. And then he couldn't make it out to zone 2. Zone 3, he got deep in the middle, missed the beginning at the end, but swung it out and clipped the touch and go, and it set him up for a decent zone 4. So he finished off really nice. Just a little bit of a rocky start. Second run got him a 51.
Probably keep his first score with a 61.
Probably. Next up, car number 26, Masayuki Minami with Team YNJ.
Comes into outer zone 1 with a little bit of angle, hits outer zone 1, backs it up, kind of saves it, hits outer zone 2, comes around, see if we can make it to outer zone 3. Comes around, gets all the way through outer zone 3, quite nice. Looking for this touch and go. Hits the touch and go, comes around to outer zone 4, gets all of outer zone 4. I don't know if that's going to be enough to save him though.
Oh, I think between zone 1 and zone 2. But also, I think while he was in front of us, heading to the touch and go, he blew off his intercooler piping.
That's what the sound was.
Yeah.
It didn't sound good.
Unfortunately, he got a 0. And up next, we have Kenji Suzuki, G-Meister, HPI Racing with Neat, car number 92. He's had some very good runs so far. Unfortunately, his last one was a 0, so let's see what he's got.
Hopefully he can do a little bit better this time. Coming in hard, coming in outer zone 1, hits outer zone 1 with a lot of speed. A lot of it going to outer zone 2. Barely touches it though, coming around to outer zone 3. Way shallow on outer zone 3, doesn't even hit it. Looking for this touch and go. Long limiter, deep in the little touch and go, comes around to outer zone 4. And it looks like he might have missed outer zone 4 as well. We'll have to check the replays.
He has a nice flip, great entry into 1, but over rotates a bit too much. Because of that, he can't get out to zone 2. And then he's offline for zone 3. But it looks like he's able to make up for it. Come out to the touch and go, which sets him up decently for zone 4. But he transitions a little too soon for zone 4. But
seems like it was this whole run like that.
But a 55 puts him in the show, at least for now.
We'll have to see if it holds.
Up next, we have Tomoyuki Kitashiba, car number 48, OS Genkin with Kamui Produce.
Comes into outer zone 1, a little shallow, gets all the way to the edge of track, looking for outer zone 2, deep into outer zone 2. Comes around to outer zone 3, gets all the way deep into outer zone 3. Looking for his touch and go. Quite nice into the touch and go with some big angle coming into zone 4.
So after that run, what do you guys think the score was? It was nice and deep through zone 1, bringing it around nice and deep into zone 2, swinging around again, deep through all of zone 3, and just powering out to touch and go. And a nice quick flick back, and was able to grab zone 4. I keep thinking it's going to dry up, but I don't see. The sun's hiding now. It's raining just enough to keep it wet.
Gives him a 69.
Slight improvement on his last score of a 63. Up next, we have car number 215, Takeru Takata with Garage Takata and Auto Shop Wise.
Comes into outer zone 1. Backs it up, hesitates a little bit. Looks like he almost rotated, but saves it, comes around to outer zone 3. A little shallow into outer zone 3. Looking for this touch and go. Laying on the limiter. Around, looking for outer zone 4. It's outer zone 4.
With the 53, it looks like he was going to try and send it in super hard, but he didn't quite make it out to 2, which sort of messed up his line for the rest.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
Coming out of zone 3, making the rest for the last part of the run. Unfortunately, I think between zone 1 and zone 2, a little half spin there, you get him a 0. But he's got a 53 in the books. And up next, we have car number 66, Ryuma Okada, Kaitaku Racing.
See if he can do better than his last round. Comes into outer zone 1, nice and shallow. Throws some angle for outer zone 2. Looks like he just touched outer zone 2. Comes around for 3. A little shallow on 3. Looks like he almost threw too much angle for that. Looking for this touch and go. Barely misses the touch and go. Comes around for 4. It looks like he got one tire in outer zone 4.
Coming in, zone 1 was a little shallow, which led him up shallow to zone 2. Zone 3, looked like he was wavering a lot coming out of zone 3. Swinging back for the touch and go, just missed it. And a lot of wavering in zone 4. Right now, he's just trying to get a score.
I think that might do it for him.
Hopefully it does. And the judges are plugging in the scores right now. .44, but right now that's good enough.
Definitely an improvement on his last run.
Up next we have car number 171, Eijo Noguchi with Harukaze Racing.
Comes into outer zone 1, gets a good flick into outer zone 1, gets all pretty deep into outer zone 1, looking for outer zone 2, and just over rotates, just throws too much angle into it. And that's sadly gonna send him home, because that's a 0-0.
The weather conditions just didn't play up for him today.
It's a shame because that car looks really good too.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite liveries. Up next we have car number 260, Chin Hee-sung with Team Taiwan Elite Silver Miss in the BMW E92.
There was a lot of speed coming into outer zone 1, backs it up. Does he save it? And just over rotates. That was almost cool.
I mean, I feel like at local comps, you get bonus points for reverse entries, but unfortunately, they're not really chasing it.
I think he tried doing something really cool because he had a 81 for his first qualifying run, and it just didn't pan out.
Yeah, see, when you get to the zebra, that's when it just starts to slide out from under you. Oh, pulling up to the line now, you have car number 111, Sugiura Naoki with Wisteria STM Racing.
Comes into outer zone 1, and just over rotates coming out of outer zone 1. It looks like there's a wet patch right in front of that outer zone 1 that just is just catching everybody.
Yeah, it looks like there's a wet patch on the front and the back of it.
Yeah.
Like if you're not in the zone. You had a little bit of trouble getting this started back up. I guess it's stalled. And up next in the warm-up box, we have the car number 62, Tatsuya Kobayashi with Team Trinity Racing, JZX 100 Mark II.
Pulling up to the starting line right now. What do y'all think of the sleek look of this JZX? Do you like it, or would y'all like to see a big livery? Coming into outer zone 1, gets a nice flick. Pretty shallow coming in outer zone 1, but makes it to outer zone 2. Come around to outer zone 3, gets deep into outer zone 3, makes it all the way through. On limiter looking for the touch and go. It's a nice flick into outer zone 4. Gets deep and almost over rotates. We'll see how the judges think of that.
I like how the cars now, you're starting to see them like looking from the front. They're like nice, clean, sleek livery, not much. And then as they're coming around, oh, NASCAR numbers on the top.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see more and more NASCAR numbers, or NASCAR style numbers on the top of cars here. Yeah, overall, super clean run. But I think that it's going to improve on his last run.
I think so too.
What do you guys think? $78.
It's a lot better than his last run.
Move him up to number 4. Up next, car number 373, MSG Minami with Team MSG.
Goes in a big flick to outer zone 1. Makes it all the way to outer zone 2. Almost over rotates. Comes around outer zone 3. Misses outer zone 3. I think that might do it for him. Makes it to the touch and go. Outer zone 4. Gets one tire to outer zone 4.
It's one super wide approach into zone 1. But it sets him up into zone 2, but just got on the gas a little early. And I don't know if the judges think he's got a half spin or... Oh, yep, looks like they figured a half spin. But he has a 65, so he should be making it to the next day.
That's all that matters right now.
And next up, car number 830, Stuart Inoue with Stuart with Crew Racing. It's 15-7.
Comes in looking for this outer zone with a big flick. A lot of angle under outer zone 1. Comes around, wavers a little bit, misses outer zone 2. Comes around to outer zone 3. Little shallow, gets in deep to that very end of outer zone 3, looking for this touch and go. Gets deep into that touch and go, turns it around for outer zone 4. Gets all the way into outer zone 4.
Yeah, he was doing some really big flicks earlier today. Unfortunately, missing zone 2 is going to hurt. And then just a little bit in zone 3 is going to sting too. But earlier today, they were doing lead chase runs. He was chasing better than I've seen a lot of people chasing a while.
He was doing really good in the chase. I mean, he was almost one of the only ones that was chasing though.
Yeah, I saw like two, three people tops.
I think they were just trying to get their qualifying run down.
Comes up with a 70. Puts him in 10th place right now. Next up, we have car number 63, Fuga Kimura with Team Trinity Racing.
Starts off with some speed coming in out of zone 1. Gets all out of zone 1. Backs it up and just over rotates. There's a little 360 off track.
On the plus side, when you're setting on a 77,
Yeah, I guess you get that luxury.
you have, let me go ahead and just send it.
You definitely sent it, just maybe with a little bit too much speed.
And up next, we're gonna have car 95, Shuichi Shinoichi with Magician S14 Sylvia.
Last run he still had a 0, so let's see if he can do any better.
You hope he's able to pull us out.
Comes out of the chicane, building up speed. He's in shallow. Outer zone 1, tries to get to outer zone 2, misses it. Transitions really early, coming in outer zone 3. Barely touching outer zone 3. Coming around, looking for this touch and go. Does a good job at the touch and go coming around for outer zone 4. It looks like he just got to the end of outer zone 4.
Yeah, he hits the outer part of zone 1 pretty hard. I mean, I think that he'll probably get a score. It might not be a good score, but I think it'll be something that'll get him into tomorrow.
I think so as well.
So they're taking a look to see if that was, they consider that a half spin, or they consider that continuation. Oh, there you go.
Give him a half spin. Gives him a 00 as well, so he will not be here for tomorrow.
I mean, I can see what they're saying, because that's really hard, if not impossible, to chase.
Especially because you're going to be coming in with a lot more speed on the chase side.
Up next, we have car number 193, Kiminobu Deguchi, Garidori Kai, B&J with D's Enterprise.
Comes into outer zone 1 with a big flick into outer zone 1. It's all of outer zone 1 looking for outer zone 2. Just gets to outer zone 2. Coming around for outer zone 3. Gets all of outer zone 3. Looking for this touch and go. Come around to outer zone 4. Gets deep into outer zone 4. I think he was the only one that didn't use limiter into that touch and go.
Everybody loves that limiter. Yeah, nice deep into zone 1. He doesn't get into zone 2 early, but he leaves pretty deep. It's the same with zone 3. Brings it around nice and easy. Gets a touch and go. Gets plenty of angle in for zone 4. the road crew here. So many times whenever they hit that dirt drop, they splash water over on them. And a 67. Up next, we have car number 118, Takuma Yokoyama with Meiko.
Looking for a big feint into outer zone 1. Comes up a little shallow, misses outer zone 2, coming around for outer zone 3. Misses outer zone 3 as well. Touch and go. Misses the touch and go. Also misses outer zone 4.
Super wide, but last minute feint. He gets halfway into zone 1. Drives by zone 2. Watch this, zone 3 goes by. Brings it around. Touch and go, he had to leave right before he got to it. Transitioned a little too soon and missed zone 4.
Yeah, I see in the chat some of y'all are wondering when FDJ1 is going to be. It's going to be next week here at Suzuka Twin as well.
Yep. We got MID wheels, VP Racing. It's still raining out. Oh, yakisoba. It's just raining on and off, so you'll see a lot of people with umbrellas, a lot of people without umbrellas. $32.
That might get them in. We'll have to see.
Yeah, that'll get them in. And now, car number 727, Tomoharu Nishizaki. Tamematsu Thunderbird with
Comes around to outer zone 3 after almost half spinning in outer zone 2. Looking for this touch and go. Does hit the touch and go. Coming around to outer zone 4. Gets all of outer zone 4. That does a nice job in outer zone
4. Nice and easy flick into zone 1. Gets a little too sideways. And brings it around for zone 3. Unfortunately, a little too sideways means a 0. Up next is car number 82, Shuhei Itoyama with Makeup Garage B2.
Has a 52 on the last qualifying run, so let's see if it can get improved. It's a good flick into outer zone 1. Saves it for outer zone 2, comes around to outer zone 3. Gets all of outer zone 3. Stretching his legs for this touch and go, gets all the way into the touch and go, comes around to outer zone 4. Gets real deep in outer zone 4. I don't know if they might be a half spin there as well.
Unfortunately, it's 0. But he does have a 52 already. And there's the top 20 as we have it right now. Up next, we have car number 28, Yohei Yamaguchi with Dori Yoka with auto wet.
Comes out of the chicane looking for the first outer zone. Gets some good angle coming into outer zone 1. Comes around. Pretty shallow into outer zone 2. Hits 3. Deep into outer zone 3. All the limiter looking for this touch and go. Throws some good angle coming around looking for outer zone 4. Hits outer zone 4 with pretty good angle.
He's coming in super wide, nice and deep in zone 1, brings it out. He ends up deep in zone 2, brings it out to 3. Filled it completely, just swinging around, hanging out through the touch and go, then flip back, and pulling out to zone 4. Great run.
This is a lot better than his
But especially
first.
after a 0.
Yeah.
Because you know the pressure's on.
Gives him a 64. Puts him in 17th.
Up next, we have car number 75, Koji Nagase with Team Kazama. The Lexus IS 356.
It's almost time to pull the top off. Comes into his first outer zone 1. Deep in outer zone 1. Hits outer zone 2, quite nice. Comes around to outer zone 3. Deep in outer zone 3. All the way through. Really good into that touch and go. Throw some good angle around to outer zone 4.
Yeah, he threw a lot of angle after the touch and go. It was nice. Just hanging out on the back line in zone 1, back line in zone 2. Switching around to super deep in zone 3. Nice smooth transition to the touch and go. Then so much angle, and then flip back.
Yeah, watching the replay, it really doesn't give how much angle they're actually using into that after that touch and go.
Yeah. And it's funny, watching it from the judges' stand, you see how much angle, but watching it again on replay, it's difficult because you can see that there is angle, but you don't see how much.
Right.
Up next, we have car number 39, Taiki Mizui with TMS Racing.
Comes to this outer zone 1. All the way to the end, deep into outer zone 1. Misses outer zone 2 though, coming around for 3. It's very shallow into outer zone 3. Coming around for this touch and go. This is a touch and go, quite nice. There's a lot of angle actually coming around. And it looks like he might have missed outer zone 4.
I think after the touch game, put a little too much angle and do a tire off turn. Yeah, coming up nice. Just shallow. Unfortunately, then he's bringing out to the touch and go, and here's where he throws it super deep. Then he'll flip back here and catches the tire off the track. And
I think it slows him down just enough to miss that outer zone.
yeah. But he did improve on his last score. Up next, we have car number 109, Ryusuke Aoki, Garidori Kite, Buy Now Japan. He's been super consistent all weekend too.
Let's see if he has that consistency right here. Comes into the first outer zone 1. Gets all the way into outer zone 1. Hits outer zone 2. Comes around for 3. It's pretty shallow, but gets all of outer zone 3. Coming around for this touch and go. hits the touch and go, comes around, is deep into outer zone 4 with a lot of angle. That looks pretty good.
It's tricky. It's a nice, good, clean run, but you know that he was holding stuff back because he was sitting on that 0 and he couldn't push it.
I agree with that as well. Should be enough to get him into the show, but let's see what the judges have to say.
It's tough when you got 2 runs to make it in your first one. Just a small mistake to get you a 0. 68. Puts him in at 13. Up next, we have car number 620, Hinato, with 8, and LB Racing.
Comes into outer zone 1. Looks like there was an issue at the beginning. It does not get the transition. It seems like there's something happening. Yeah, I don't know what the issue was. I was trying to see if I could see something, but I couldn't see anything.
I didn't see anything. I wonder if maybe turbo?
Maybe.
It's tricky, right? And up next, we have car number 23, Jace, with Vehicle 350C, seat 33 barrel.
Looking for this first outer zone, gets a small feint into outer zone 1, hits all of outer zone 1. Looking for outer zone 2, hits it, goes off track, but saves it. Gets into outer zone 3 quite nice, comes around. Looking for this touch and go. Gets all of the touch and go. Has a nice flick into outer zone 4. Gets all of outer zone 4. Looks like a nice safe run.
I feel like it came in a lot harder than his last run, though.
I agree.
Field resolves nicely, brings it out. Hard flick here. Switch back. Zone nice and deep.
I see people talking about tires in the rain. Since this is a spec class, they have to run the same tire no matter what.
66.
Depending, it doesn't matter if it's raining or dry. They have to run the one tire.
Just adjust the pressure, suspension.
Hope for the best.
Yeah. Up next, we have car number 810, Kawase Reya, Team Beast R.
Comes big flick into outer zone 1, and then backs it up, sadly.
I mean, I guess technically still in the zone.
He is in the zone, but I don't think that's going to help him out. He is sitting on a 72, so I think that'll help him out.
On the plus side, the sun's out.
Sun is out. That might hurt these last few drivers.
The last 8 cars?
Yeah.
Up next, we have car number 110, Sugisaki Sensei LG Project with TMS Racing.
Comes out of the chicane, building a lot of speed coming into outer zone 1 with a big flick. A little shallow into outer zone 1, coming around to outer zone 2. Gets into outer zone 2, comes around to outer zone 3. Pretty shallow into outer zone 3, but it stays all the way in it. Comes around looking for this touch and go. Does a good job getting in that touch and go. And hits. Looks like it was one tire in outer zone 4.
He's got a nice flick. Not very deep in zone 3. Swings it out nice though for the touch and go. And swings it back around. One tire in zone 4.
I think this will improve on his 0.
That's 60. Up next, we have car number 7, Soshiro Nakamura with Japan Environment Development Racing with Believe.
Started off with an 88. Let's see if he can get it any better. Throws it all the way into outer zone 1 with a lot of angle coming into outer zone 2. There's a nice coming into outer zone 3. Deep in outer zone 3 and stays in outer zone 3. Comes around to this touch and go. It's a nice touch and go. Comes around. It's deep in outer zone 4 as well. It's crazy what he can do at his age.
Nice deep through zone 2. Swing it back around. Just ride all of zone 3. Sweeping out to touch and go. Pulling it. Hard flick back to zone 4.
Gives him a 78. Doesn't get all the way to his 88, but is definitely better than most today.
And still rocking number 1 position. Next we have car number 104, Toshiko Mizuno with King Zero.
Throwing a big flick in outer zone 4, outer zone 1. A lot of angle into outer zone 2, goes off. Can he save it? Misses outer zone 3, but he does save it. Looking for this touch and go. Might have straightened, but comes around to outer zone 4. Is deep in outer zone 4. Let's see what the judges have to say.
Super deep flick. Swing it around, just
too much.
Third drop after zone 2. Oh, look, he clipped zone 3 in the end. Did the touch and go. Just swing it back around. Deep into zone 4. Unfortunately,
he is sitting on a 74, so it does look like he'll make it tomorrow.
What you guys didn't see is while they were doing the replay, the cleaning crew, they sprinted onto the track in order to clean. I don't know that Mizuno was even past the finish line by the time they were sweeping.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
This is like the fastest I've seen any cleaning crew.
They're on top
Another
of
running
it.
back off. Well, car number 103, Tomohiko Kobayashi, Pat 5 Racing, in the burnout box. Can't tell if that's just mist he's throwing up or is that any smoke from the tires.
I think it might still be missed. Coming out of the chicane, building up some speed with a big flick coming in out and straightens. I wonder what happened.
There's a little bit of smoke coming out the back.
Oh. Might have blown his engine there. While we figure out what's happening, which car do y'all think is the best that y'all have seen so far today?
Or your favorite? What's your favorite livery?
Favorite livery is a good one too.
I'll tell you what. I like the truck livery.
Yeah, it is pretty nice. It's a good looking truck.
Reya is sitting on the 72 right now. Which is enough for 9th place right now. Russell's going to be up in 2 more cars. Yeah, the white and green one. That one with MSG, they have also green underglow as well.
Yeah?
Yeah. You definitely can't see it in the sun, but when it was raining, they'd be driving over the puddles and you could see the reflection of the underglow in the puddles too.
I'm glad Japanese culture is still thinking about style when it comes to FD.
Oh, so Russell, his initiation, he did a 3-flick initiation. So he got a 0, but he's still going to be, he's got a second run left. He's in 2 more cars. So he's still got a chance for redemption, make it into the next round.
We'll have to agree that in style, S15 is always going to be a good looking car.
I love the colors.
It's just perfect.
Okay, we have car number 34, Yuki Inooka, Bow World Junction R34. burnout box.
Sitting on a 64 for his first run. Comes out of the chicane, gaining a lot of speed, looking for outer zone 1, a little shallow but deep into outer zone 1, gets all of outer zone 2, comes around for outer zone 3. It's pretty shallow in outer zone 3, but definitely gets all the way through it. Looking for this touch and go, heavily on limiter, shows a lot of angle coming around and flicks into outer zone 4, and looks like he got one tire into outer zone 4.
Nice and deep. One tire drop. Bring it around to zone 2. Nice in zone 3. Could be a little deeper. Overall, nice safe run. Bringing out, hitting the touch and go. Nice switch back. And finish up halfway through zone 4. And second run, he got 73.
Definitely improves on his 64 that he had.
Up next, we have car number 896, Russell Vade with the RPM parts.
Comes in, looking for outer zone 1. Gets all of outer zone 1, all of outer zone 2. Comes around to 3. Stays in all of outer zone 3, quite nice. Looking for this touch and go. A lot of limiter. Looking for outer zone 4. It looks like he got one tire in outer zone 4. It looked like I was starting to see some tire smoke.
Yeah. I was a little worried once he hit the zebra there, because that's where everybody spin out. Yeah, he rode outer zone 3 all the way through. Bring it out, just riding the rev limiter.
So he barely got to that touch and go.
Touch and go was very giddy, right on the edge. Oh, nice drone footage. Swing it back around. Just on the rev limiter the whole time. I love
it. Gives him a 71. Puts him in 11th place.
To me, that's one of the best positions to be in, right in the middle of the pack, because it's really tough when you have the number 1 qualifier versus the number 32nd qualifier. And coming number 829, Sena, White River with Walker.
Comes in with a big flick in outer zone 1 with a lot of angle coming to outer zone 2. Oh, goes completely off track, but tried saving it. Had rocks go over the little hill, trying to hit us at the judging table.
I tell you what, he always looks like he has fun.
That's all that matters.
Like, I don't think I've seen him at all this weekend without a smile on his face. Super deep into one, and just gunning it here. The cameramen were just pelted with rocks.
This is the one bad time to have a white car.
Yeah.
Going off track and just getting...
Yeah, so these cameramen are about to get it.
We have to bring the drone down, clean it up.
Hit it with the pressure washer. No, yeah.
There he is. At least he turned out of the way just in time.
Yeah, I mean, rocks on your face hurt a little bit more than the back of the head, I guess.
Might have to clean that cone. You can barely see it.
Yeah, it's camouflage. And our last qualifier for the day, car number 42, Daiichi Esaki with Kira Power, KFK with Soron, hitting the burnout box.
Sitting on a 75, so he's in now. Let's just see if he'll full send it. Maybe give us a show for the last one.
100?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, look, there's smoke now.
Looks like on one tire. Hopefully that's not. Hopefully that doesn't hurt him.
Well, I see coming off the other one that we're good.
Comes out of the chicane, building a lot of speed. Looking for a big flick in outer zone 1. A lot of angle. See if he holds it. Gets into outer zone 2, stays in there. A lot of angle coming to outer zone 3. Gets deep into outer zone 3, comes out just a smidge. Misses the touch and go. But gets deep into the outer zone 4. I think the track started patching up and it messed him up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Coming through zone 1 looks great. Hitting zone 2 looks fine. Zone 3 looks good, and then he starts gripping up a bit here, and then he can't make it out to the touch and go, so he has to switch back. So the last car for the day was the only one I think that I saw smoke from the burnout box.
I agree.
Yes, here the back of the track, they have all the trucks lined up from
Gives
all
him
the
a
places they've come from.
yeah, gives him a score of 70, so it'll keep his first run. Puts him in 7th with a 75.
Hey, there's that pylon you're talking about.
Yeah. You barely see it.
Oh man. And here's the list going into tomorrow. You have Nakamura currently first, Chin Hu-sin second, Nagase third, Sena fourth, fifth you got Kobayashi, sixth you got Kimura, seventh you got Esaki, eighth Mizuno, ninth Hinooka, 10th you got Reiwa, you got Russell at 11. You can finish the rest of them.
I'm gonna butcher these names, but 21st you got Sensei, and that's the only one I could read, sorry.
Okay, and then we're going to have the top score replay for the high score.
Does a great job getting to that outer zone.
Beautiful feeling those zones. And just feathering the clutch, bringing it out to the. There's so much angle on the switchback too. And I think that's going to be us for today. We'll see you guys tomorrow in the top 32.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see you tomorrow.
FDJ2 ラウンドSuzukaスイッサーキット3走予選、ご来場ご視聴いただきましてありがとうございます。この後
And tomorrow for us, it's going to be the top 32. It's going to start at 9:25 in the morning. And we'll see you guys there.
雨の日の運転って心配ですよね。
いざという時によりちゃんと止まれるタイヤといえば
横浜タイヤでしょ。
晴れの日の約4倍も事故が多い雨の運転。横浜タイヤならより安心。
タイヤは雨で選ぼう。横浜タイヤ。
追い求めれば求めるほど遠ざかる時もある。でも理想に追いつけるのは自分だけだ。池江璃花子は横浜ゴムと世界に挑戦する。限界はない。行くぞ横浜。
MID ホイール Are you ready everybody? MID ホイールダンディムーディ MID ホイールキャンディフレンディホイールは MID
Ultimate lubricant. Mortis. Made in Japan.